Guys, welcome to Gemini Visions. I'm Mr. Gemini.
And I'm Mrs. Gemini.
And today we are doing a bonus read for Sagittarius. It's a 3-card draw, past, present, future.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I use the Everyday Witch Tarot.
And I'm going to be using the Hush Tarot.
Nice.
Alright,
let's get started for Sag.
Yep, let's get a past, present, future, and then once we get that for you, we're going to go ahead and drop a couple of Oracle cards and see what's going on. Yeah. This is for August, and it's just sort of general. What you were at, where you're going. Whatever Spirit tells us to mention, we'll bring up for you.
And we are intuitive readers, so we read our cards a little differently. We got the Queen of Wands coming out first on my side. Let's see what else we got for Sag. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. Oh. Past, present.
Ooh, you got your first card was a Wands.
Past, present. Woo! Ooh. Wow, look at you.
That's nice. That's real
beautiful.
Nice, actually.
I see a lot of money.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Share some of that, Sag. Share a little over here. No, I'm just kidding. So, so I see your past as being very passionate, very driven. You've always thought out your choices. First off, we have fire energy with the Queen of Wands. So I see that you've worked really hard to be where you're at. You've learned what you needed to learn. And coming into the Ace of Pentacles, you're starting something big with it. You're starting something very, very big with this Ace of Pentacles. And it's not, you don't have to learn a damn thing about it. People are going to come to you to learn. The one thing that I would recommend, like, this is very straightforward for me. I see it very, very cut and dry. You know where you're at. With this Ace of Pentacles, you are the mentor in what you're going to be asked about or what to do. And then you have the Devil, which he typically represents temptation. Just don't be tempted by the outward sources of pleasure. We are human, and we do deserve to treat ourselves, but when we search for external satisfaction, you know, anything like that, external satisfaction is never going to bring you what internal satisfaction is going to bring you. And I think you know that with this Queen of Wands energy. But sometimes it can become a little hazy when we feel like we're so successful in what we're doing. Do not be tempted by sex, drugs, rock and roll, even though I love rock and roll. So, yeah. So, you know, but just don't be tempted by these external things that you feel like you need, because you do not need them. Also, you're going to get the best pleasure from your internal and your true self. And I see that with the Queen of Wands energy. And I just really want you to remember where you're at. Just because that's your past, you're bringing this energy throughout. You're not stopping. You're not done being the Queen of Wands. You're coming through this whole energy as the Queen of Wands. A very stable, wise human being. And, yep, I see that this is beautiful.
It's a nice reading.
How do you feel, Mr. Gemini?
What I have on my side is the 9 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and then I got a double for my third card, and that's the 9 of Swords and the Hermit.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm feeling here is that you were closing in on a finish, and you were doing so with courage, drive, and passion. You sort of got to the end of that from your past, whether that be something with love or career. It's a general reading. You drove into it, and once you got there, you came to a stop, and now you're waiting patiently via your soul and you know, what have you. You're sitting back, you're reflecting on what's happened, you're feeling as if you want to wait to decide. You're taking your time with it. And what that's going to lead you to is a breakthrough of being out of your mind And that's going to come through one of two things. I read the Hermit in a couple of ways. The Hermit can come to you as an older person who's wise, because this card very much shows an owl. Or it could also be representative of isolation and solitude, so learning from yourself by yourself.
Yeah.
And I think if you're asking a question about career, an older mentor will probably come in and guide you.
Yeah.
If you're asking a question about love, you're probably going to figure that out through inner guidance and taking time to yourself and finding solitude.
Mm-hmm.
But through that, you're going to overcome this Nine of Swords energy, which I usually read Nine of Swords as beating yourself up over your physical attributes. But in this case, I don't feel like it's that. I feel like you're beating yourself up because you got to the finish line and you halted.
Could be this Ace of Pentacles energy on my side.
Right.
Which is a very slow moving energy.
It is.
Pentacles
but also
are very
it's,
slow
yeah.
and but stable. They're walking
Right.
at a pace, like the tortoise and the hare. They are definitely the tortoise.
Absolutely.
And then with this Devil, I kind of see it as your nine of swords and your Hermit combined. Maybe these feelings that you're feeling or that you're feeling trapped in are based off your temptations. Well, how am I going to live without this? How am I going to live without that? How is this going to happen? That's all temptation. That is a lack mentality that we're tempted and that we're driven to go to if we don't see them right in front of us. So the only way that you're going to get those things, and also it's kind of funny when he was talking about the Hermit, when I saw the Devil, I was like, wow, that's an older guy, kind of seducing these young children with sweets and money.
Right.
So I really think it is maybe an older person coming in with more to offer. Just don't be tempted by all of the offers.
Right. And here's one thing for the Ace of Pentacles, though, is a lot of times I think it can be the divine gifting you with the knowledge of your earthly abilities. So, in a physical aspect, your money, your skills, your aptitudes, the things you can do with ease, how charitable you are, how charitable other people are, all of that are earthly things. And I think that the Ace of Pentacles is a strong representation of the divine showing you and giving you access to those things.
Yes.
And I think a lot of that has to do with because you were living as the Queen of Wands. And just so I like to throw it out. Yeah, I like to throw it out. Honestly, having two of the same suit in the same position, like you have the Queen of Wands and I have the Nine of Wands. Mm-hmm. That's Gemini vision synchronicity right there for you.
Yep.
Deal with it. Sorry, Sagittarius. And it's also fire energy, which is very much who you are.
Yeah, leading this read.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab a Moonology card for you guys.
You're going to do a moon?
Grab an animal spirit.
I don't know if I showed you on the other videos. This is a piece of raw garnet we found on a hike. Actually, we found quite a bit, but it's still stuck inside the stone, isn't it? Isn't that great?
Inside the granite.
It's a beautiful piece right there. It's actually quite a few little chunks.
I love it.
It's pretty nice. I love it too. It's great to look at.
We were walking down the service road of a mountain. We had hiked the mountain, and my dream has always been to find my own stones to make my jewelry with. I just like that connection.
Mrs. Gemini's a hippie.
But also it makes it
special, man. It makes it very special.
I like to be unique.
It's okay to love your pentacles and to want to do it with your own hands.
And those are my pentacles too. My hands, my hardworking.
Your hardworking hands.
They make them. So, let's see what Sag has got. A little general energy with these Moonology cards.
I can't wait to pull one of these animal spirits.
It is just so much fun digging and looking for them. You just get this little gleam of purple.
Isn't it?
You just jump right on it.
The camera doesn't do it any justice because it's really a deep, dark purple. It's so shiny.
Like winey, like a wine.
It's almost like a wine. Like, very much
Did it shoot out at you, Mr. Gemini?
Boosh.
What did they get?
They got the moose. You know, if you guys live in New England, give us a comment.
Yes.
If you guys are north of New York and you live in New England, let us know. The Moose. With self-reliance and measured patience, adversity will be overcome.
Mm-hmm. That's look, Ace of Pentacles.
Yep.
That.
And you know who relies on themselves? The Moose.
Woo.
They do roll solo dolo for real though. In all honesty.
Balance, spirituality, and practicality.
And just a small, quick story, guys. We told it to one of the other signs too. For the first time ever, we were driving through a small town close to a major city, and we saw a full-size male adult black bear walking across the road.
He was so cute.
He was cute. He was pretty freaking huge, though. He was gigantor.
Big. I've never expected a bear to be that big.
One up here, yeah. I mean, he's not a grizzly. He's a black bear. They're not that big, but he was a big one.
Big.
He was big
one. Some people's trash.
He was an old dirty trash bear.
That's okay.
But we got the Moose here, and
he had a junk food belly.
Yeah, his junk food belly.
He's eating those Cheetos.
Look, you gonna eat those Cheetos? No. So
Cheetos.
Remember to be self-reliant, and that what? That brings me back to my own Hermit card, and that really makes me think that going inside, you're gonna find a lot of answers.
Yes.
That being said,
balance your spirituality and your practicality. That's all I'm seeing within this is you're balancing what you're thinking, what you're talking about, what you're going for, and then you're steadfast with it, but you have to remember what is practical. And I see that, kind of helping out with this devil card over here, these temptations, maybe wanting too much out of something. What is practical? What do you really need? I think it's time to go inward and figure out what do I really want? And I think I think it's just hard. Sometimes it's hard for us to what do we truly before what we think we need?
Yeah.
What do we truly want and desire?
Right.
Versus maybe what we're seeing on TV, maybe we're flipping through Facebook, maybe we're on Instagram and a bunch of ads come up, whatever it is.
If I may say, I think that a lot of times, like, the temptation, sometimes overthinking about something being a temptation is in itself a temptation.
Yes,
it also is something that's freezing you up, like here with this Nine of Swords. So don't like get real deep and heavy into it, Sagittarius. Use your fire energy to burn it down.
Burn it.
100% beautiful read here. You guys are moving towards something really good.
Yes.
And if it reads in a money sense, there's going to be a divine giving of earthly goods, and that's going to make you the lord of money. But you're only going to get that through inner reflection and self-reliance. With that Hermit on the deck right there.
Yes.
Beautiful, Sagittarius. Give us a like.
And a subscribe.
Come back and see us.
Yes, we love having you.
Yep. Go to our channel. Check out some of our other videos. We'd be happy to have you there.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome, guys. Good luck out there, Sag.